see everything. So, yeah, let's see if all this will work here. I'm trying to get a post up here. I think I got too much on here. Let's just put my email on here. At yahoo.com. I guess I had too much on there. I don't know. It wouldn't let me post it. But anyway, guys, I thought my chassis were showing up today, but instead it was something much bigger. You see right there is half of it. It's going to be, well, I was trying to post something up to say, like, if you want to go on a pre-order or some of that to get the first shipment, but I guess I had too much text or something. It wouldn't let me do it, so I'm trying to figure this out, and all of a sudden, here I am late. So, what's up, Andy? So, Chainsaw, what's up, buddy? Mir, buddy, oh no. Dude, you're always first, dude. You're, like, ready to go, dude. Ready to go. So, I do want to mention something that, Bill, yes, sir. So I do have a list of first shipments, okay? If you are not on this list, you need to comment or send me an email so I can post this, make this pin post right here. Pin that message and let me know what you plan to use to build yours with. So the room out there in my studio is close. I picked up wiring, plugs, outlets, lights, everything. When I get done with this, I'm going out there to work on that. So hopefully I'll be able to get that ready to go. I wanted to do the live stream from out there, but there's also an issue with possible the upload speed of his internet. So because he has his own internet out there. So I may have a bit of an issue with that. I may have to do something on my own for there. But LC Paul, what's up, buddy? Sosa, what's up, man? What's happening, guys? So Mark, today wasn't too bad. I got 2 videos. I did Exocutioner versus Sam. And I don't want to spoil anything, but there was a clear winner there. Clear winner. They both got everything that I pointed them at. But one did it almost effortlessly. So, big deal there. Yeah, LC Paul, he's referring to their big swap meet. All I got to do is get my intro, outro, and some horrible background music, and we'll be ready to post that video. With any luck, I have 3 videos to upload to channel members tonight. But yeah, dude, LC Paul, man, he's got their track out there is phenomenal. They're going to redo the whole track, everything. They built the driver stand that night till midnight. So they really was working on that. If you're asking about the smaller crawler, that's a Maz Designs. I believe that's what it is. Maz Designs 124th. Let me get my buddy Keone because he actually owns it. Yeah, Maz Designs. You guys want to see this thing? It's really nice. I gave this a drive today. Look at that right there. How awesome is that? This is a fully printed 3D body. Now, hopefully when I get out there, I won't have this lighting issue, so I'll be able to do a little bit better. I might change the lights in here too. Look at that. That is so nice. Here's the underside of it. Look at the layout and all that. Let me use my big forehead for you. Look at that. Very nice. Now, this is Maz Designs. So this one should be up for members tonight. So members, you should be getting this video tonight. Yeah, man. Body's held on with magnets. Everything fits underneath. I mean, just absolutely perfectly. I mean, that's perfect, you know. So very nice job on this. So I've also got some other Vidavon stuff because Vidavon is making my chassis for me. And I'm waiting for the frames and the rails, which should be in tomorrow. I got 1 of 2. And in 1 of 2, I had that. So I do want to show you guys titanium suspension links for Raminator. Boom, right here with high-end rod ends. So these will be going on either the Raminator or the Ram Bouncer. I've also got quite a bit of other stuff here. Different parts and pieces, and I'm not exactly sure what some of this is for, because it's like, I'm not exactly sure where that goes. Sometimes I get things like this, and it's like, I have no idea. I know these are battery plates for something, but I'm not exactly sure what for. I wonder if they're for that monster right there. They might be. They might be. So I've got pinion gears, all kinds of stuff from Vitavon, all this. Hairstyle. I had to wet my hair. It was a little bit messed up earlier, so I wet it and put it on. Did a little bit of whoosh to it. We got diff cases for Vigilante right here. So I got those to put in. We've got Max 5 ESC cover. This will be used on something. And some TRX4 stuff, which is, this is like a TRX4 four-wheel steering kit. Check that out. Got that on the front, this on the back. This is a four-wheel steer TRX4 kit that he sent me. I guess I'm getting to build something on that, huh? All right. Pre-order RC King. You are on there, buddy. Yeah, let me see. Let me see where you're at. You are on there. Where is my pre-order list at? Let me see. Yep, I see you right there. You were on there. You wanted the special edition purple and pink job. No, I know you would want the green, but I can't get green yet. So at least not yet. Maybe I can get green later, and if I can, I'll get you hooked up on that. Is that a WT Micro body? Yes, it is actually. WT Micro 24 body. So really nice body. It's kind of weird that the battery on this particular one has to go up into the cage there. A little bit large of battery in my opinion. But really nice setup right here. I do not plan on anything for the 124th. I'm just out of my league when it comes to 124 stuff, to be honest with you. Let me see, when's the Exocutioner? BFMRC. Okay, the timeline for this is the links should be here this week. The chassis rails should be here. I've got 5 printers in there running, making parts right now. I ordered another Bamboo P1S, which hopefully will be here by the end of the week to help make parts. So I am printing up a Storm using nice filament, carbon filament, all that stuff. So the body mounts are actually going to be made out of TPU. And the reason is they're flexible, durable, and you're not going to break them. So 2 fast ring decals this weekend for the chassis. Hopefully, yes. Yeah, I believe you're the one making them, right? Those batteries, hold on, the battery trays are for SCX24. I think you're right, dude. I think they'll fit perfectly. I think these are for the 8x8 by Vitavon, which is what the back end of that thing is right there. Wow. This is just 1/2 of it. It uses 2 motors. I'm thinking about a set of Fusion 8s for it. Look at all that. That is ridiculous, isn't it? Ugh. And the tires, okay? The tires for this thing are awesome. Now, not only are they awesome, they're 8.6 by 3.6 by 3.8, okay? What's awesome about these is the compound actually feels pretty decent. So if he gets a really good compound that's going to stick, we may have more tires for Sorka to ban, since they're on a ban streak of everything good here lately. So, yeah. Oh, speaking of that, there's a comp going to be going on in Ohio with a separate set of rules. Basically, the heck with Sorka, because all they're doing is just, I'm telling you, it's like they're trying to ruin some companies, to be honest with you. That's just what it seems like to me. Let me show this to you. RCSA Crawler Showdown. Right here. It's be June the 6th through the 8th. Right there. So, an alternative to Sorka that hopefully will take off, so we can kind of kick them to the curb like they've been kicking other people to the curb, basically. Red Forge. Battery on my slider. Now, on the slider, like with my chassis, I don't have a chassis up here. Well, I do have one. I have one of the earlier versions here. The way my vehicle is set up, I don't really think you're going to get it on the slider. But this is an old version of the chassis, but it's still kind of similar. And it's kind of hard to tell because, I mean, but it isn't really set up like what you think. Okay, there's a lot of differences on this chassis versus the other ones. Now, one thing I can tell you for sure, okay, is that when I do the video on this, I'll do a build video. And I'll tell you guys one thing just right off the bat here. When you're assembling this, it is not meant to go to the outside of the skid. This goes to the inside of the skid. The inside of the skid. So just to kind of give you guys a hint on that. This is the front end. The front and rear ends appear to be the same. It's just, you know, whichever side you decide to pick it up. BMFRC. Buddy, I tell you, man, Sorka, they were a big benefit, and then I just think they've went too far. I mean, heck, Reef's tires were banned on the day they were released. J Concepts, that's a simple mud terrain tire that works. Oh, banned. Why? Because I don't know. I have my suspicions, but man, I don't know. I don't want to start any rumors or anything, so I'll just keep my mouth shut on what I think is going on. But anybody with a working brain should be able to see what's going on, in my opinion. All right, so Joe Girding, what's up? Space is always limited. Kurtz, what's up? Building a mine crawler course, and you're building a mini crawler course. Throw out some small rocks. Throw out some small rocks. Set yourself up a line, and then drive them, and then adjust and build as you go. Clayton, it wouldn't surprise me. I am outspoken anti-Sorka, especially with that absolutely stupid backup penalty. That is the dumbest penalty you could ever put in a crawler. I mean, these are scale crawlers where you're supposed to be able to drive them to the store or drive them to the trail. Would you go on the trail with no reverse in your real vehicle? Absolutely not. But I don't know. I'm just not a fan of that one. Could you please fix your hair? Pee-wee thing isn't working. You don't like my hair? Is that better? It's actually a little bit damp, so it might stay down. No, now I got an alfalfa hair hanging out. RC Kings, hey buddy, hey Stacy, what's up? No, Kurt's RC, Juggling Woods. They banned the J concept due to the design of the lugs. And you know what? Is the trencher still legal? Is the Hyrax legal? I don't know. I don't follow, but I just got to wonder, are those two tires still legal? On the axle skid, I saw the messages, Robert, and I know a lot of you guys want axle skids for the TRX4. So I definitely got to look at that one to see if I can get that going, okay? So definitely for the TRX4, I got a lot of that. I'll see if I can work on that one. I think I have a stock TRX4 rear axle in something. I think I do. I have to go look. Do I have an Arma Granite 4x4? Not yet. I think I want to get one though. That's one of the only Armas I've never had. Sunday's hairstyle was on point. Dude, Sunday, I was sleeping in my car so good. There was a tractor next to me. I never heard the tractor crank up. By the time I got out of my car, I say 3/4 of all the vendors were already there and set up. I was sleeping so good in my car. When I go to these events, I have my car set up. The seats are down. I got a full mattress in the back. I mean, that's my camper, and it works so good. Any free mods for the TRX4M? Yes, Lane. You got to install the driver mod. It's free, but it takes time. There's one comp I do that they have 3 limit backup rule. Dude, I'm telling you, Let's RC, dude, the reverse penalty is such a waste. I mean, backing up costs you time. Just like when I used to host real events, the real bouncers. I'm talking like up in Alabama. I put on events. I've been in the magazines. I've been on Extreme 4x4 years ago hosting this event. Winching was free because winching took time, and it was a time-based event. Simple as that. Can't wait for the package to show up, Joe. Your pro codes from SCX Honcho. Yes, sir. They are on the way, buddy. Andy, yeah, Andy, you offered me a brush. A scent is my main concern. A scent. You selling hoodies now? I can get them, but they're not cheap from my shirt place. But I can get them, but man, these things are looking at about 45 bucks. I mean, nothing is cheap on these things. Pick this one, you can make that hearing how much you like them, and wow, they are amazing. Daddy J, dude, the Megalithics are one of the top tires. And here at the Exoplex, I can tell you this much right here. Megalithics, legal. J Concepts tires, all of them legal. Even the ruptures are legal in class 3. Yep. Also the Reefs tires, fully legal. I don't bow to Sorka. I just don't. Lane, on the Traxxas UDR, dude, that is such a fun scale driving truck. But if you're going to just beat the snot out of something, that is not what you want to get. For that, yeah, just ordered 2 sets of soft and super soft cheat codes by VRD Carbon. Curious if you ever heard how they work in the Voodoo. Yeah, I have not. I've never seen them in a KLR. But James, when you get them, I believe I saw your order, or if you just ordered it, I haven't seen it yet. Put them in there and email me some pictures. I want to see how they fit. See if I need to make some adjustments or something on those. Get traction. Megalithics, they certainly are. Red Cat Ascent axle skids. Yeah. Let me go grab an Ascent. It's right outside. Okay, we're good. All right, here we go. I had to verify everything back there. All right, so this is an Ascent. I actually want to try to put a set of these Ascent axles on the Exocutioner chassis. But to make that work correctly, I've got to have the panhard steering. Now, I've got an adapter It's not here, but I have a piece that I designed to allow you to bolt in this servo as a winch, okay? The thing about it is, this servo is right at the spot where a steering servo in the chassis would be. So I might can use that, convert that over, and make that into a panhard style setup. On this rear end here, I do have the Trio brass pieces right here. It's really not that bad, to be honest with you. I mean, that actually isn't so bad right there. Oh, you're talking about Ascent 18. The Ascent 18, okay, that's a little bit different story there. I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's really not bad on this one. I don't have an Ascent 18 I can go grab real quick. Suspension being possible on your chassis. Did you see my question about ecto rear suspension being possible on your chassis? I don't know. Maybe. It's not designed for it. The ecto rear suspension would not work at all. Did you see my Jim's RC and bikes? Chocolate covered bacon. All right. Sure to hit that like, everybody. Yes, sir. Hit that like. I got 102 of you guys on right now. Woo! And 38 likes. A smaller company, an 18-wheeler. What do you also? 18-wheeler? You might want to get something like a FMS 6x6 so you at least have the platform set for you. Stock T-Rex 4 motors. The stock T-Rex 4 motor, it's a stock throwaway motor. They'll last you for a decent time, but they're not going to take a lot of abuse. They're not designed for it. It's like a $3 motor. You think this is the first time you see my hair brushed? Well, you should have seen it about 5 minutes ago. Are you going to make a diff slider for Vanquish F10 like I did the Miss? Is that one bad? Let me see. I think I have an F10 right here. Well, no, that's a low pinion. Hang on, let me go grab one. This is going to get crazy here. I want to have so many vehicles in here. All right, so let's see here. Here we have an F10, or at least a VRD carbon. Man, I'm going to have all my cars are going to be all out here. So let's look at this one. Ooh, this one does need a little bit of help, doesn't it? Now, this is the metal one right here. But, yeah, I can definitely see where it can use a little bit of help right here. I can see that. I got to find a plastic one, though, to see if they're the same. I think they're the same, though, aren't they? But I could probably do something with the same design. And actually, the pinion on this, look at that. It's got a little bit of a snout like what the Muse has. So I could probably come up with something for this. I think I can. All my F10s are the metal ones too. So if the metal ones are different than the plastic ones, I'll have to have two different versions of it. But yeah, I think we can do that. Just basically lock it into the link mount, so just like what I did with the Muse, and have it come right up around the snout of the diff right here, the pinion. Because there's a little bit of a ring, a little bit of a space, just enough I think I can make something work. So that's going to be, I think I can make that work. It can be a very different design. All right, let's set this somewhere. Hopefully I don't trip on it when I go to grab some other truck here. All right, Cross RC track there. Max Paul, need a Thor 2.0 with Exocutioner frame on it. That chassis is very dated that's in Thor, isn't it? Very dated. Crawlers. Please say hello to Lucas. Is Lucas? Where is Lucas? Did I miss him? Where is Lucas? Lucas. Hey, Lucas. What's up, buddy? I must have missed him here. Nice Paul. I want to get a mini crawler to take with me on my 18-wheeler. Oh, Red Cat Ascent 18. Good one. What's up, Paul? Everything. The knuckles. The knuckles. That's one of the things that I really like about the Mias axles. And I'm trying to get if I could get a competition updated Mias axle, overall 10 millimeters narrower, with the same design, however, with a stronger axle shaft and U-joint, would you guys be interested in it? What I really like about the Mias axles, okay, I had to make sure I can show you this one. Now, this is one I'm working on with rear steer. My Moose is going to get rear steer soon. But what I really like is that you can cover all of this stuff up. There's a company out there with a new portal high clearance axle, and his portals have a 1-to-1 ratio. Come on, take advantage of the portal. But it's high clearance, right? It's no more high clearance than this, especially when you do it like what I got on mine here. Watch this. Hold on. Look at that. See that? See that? That's what you want. On the back, look at the back of this. See that? See that? Almost nothing to catch. That's what you want. Hang on. I'm trying to handle this thing. And still got that on there. What you think? This thing's bad to the bone. It is awesome, man. I cannot believe it. And my team drivers, they've actually got these trucks. Well, most all of them. The local guys are. And, man, dude, these things are eating the VRD's lunch. So it's just one of them crazy things. All right, so let me see here. Clayton gifting out the memberships. Thank you. Who got it? Master Friendly, Florida Max, Fishing RC Florida, Overboard, North Rock RC. I see Coffee Cup RC, Rocky Mountain Bashers, good deal. Brent Loves, hey, I'm here tonight. Do I have a Max Slash? I do. They're gonna do a Rocky Mountain, Get Traction, Robert Truesdale. Coffee Cup, Coffee Cup. I got a Coca-Cola can. DDM Off-Road, found on YouTube, thanks. Mr. Friendly, yes. Justin Owen, yes, OT6. That will be the ones. I'm here almost every time today. I have the flu. Oh, you got the flu. That stinks. Dude, about 3 weeks ago, I had something, and it was just bad. And I just done some insulation work out there in the shop. I got 118 of you guys on right now. Man, you guys are awesome tonight. And I was doing some insulation work, and I started having this gurgling in my chest. I'm thinking, I didn't wear a mask, but I wasn't itchy, so it wasn't that kind of insulation. I thought I'd messed myself up for life. But apparently it was something that was going around, and apparently I hugged the wrong person. Ever talked to Banana Skin or BSR Jacob? I haven't talked to any of them. It means I have to do a front flip because I cannot ever land. Dude, front flips are kind of touchy. You really got to go into the front flip with speed. You got to get high and hit the brakes. If you really are good and you can take that thing over, you can actually double pump it and actually get reverse, and that'll spin it even better. Kurt's trying to see, plastic axles slide better than aluminum. They absolutely do. But the one thing about the plastic axles, and I've seen this at like Cherokee, they'll twist and you can actually snap them. So honestly, I would rather have a little bit more of a drag than a broken axle housing, especially in a competition. The piston ram look cool. Got mine today. Awesome, dude. Yeah, man, I was going to test them in the ram bouncer out at DFD, but I'm going out there and all of a sudden the front end of it locks up. I'm like, what the heck? All 4 bolts on the ring gear came loose and one galled up the inside of the housing. Man, but anyways, I'm gonna be putting them into the Raminator with 8 shocks, and the way those pistons are set up, I'm probably going to do 350 CST, whatever that comes out to on regular oil. Because the Raminator, like if you got 8 shocks, you got to have all of that volume going through there. Yeah, my hands are blocking the shot. I'm still trying to get down here. Enlighten, what's up, buddy? Exo Class 3, man. What truck was that silver one? Somehow I missed it. Darn kids. That was the Exocutioner. 40 running my Exocutioner this weekend too fast. Dude, I can't wait to see it. So, now this is the winter series. So, with any luck, we'll have at least 3 Exocutioners out here running. Possibly 4. And, I'm totally curious to see how the first competition we did with them was kind of like really getting the feel for them. And when you found out the wheelbase at 13.3 is a little bit too long for some of this stuff. But, yeah, we're going to get them shrunk down a little bit. What are you running my Execution? Max Ball. What if I'm just coming off the rocks in Vegas testing out my new Mias rear axle skid? King Kong, how did it work, dude? How did it do? King Kong, let us know. Was it worth it? Was it good, bad? Did you break it? I need to know feedback. Enlighten, what's up? That's pretty neat. I'm looking at RC King's comment. I'm like, what is he saying? And enlighten. It makes perfect sense. I fitted 1/8 button on a base camp. Looks good, but broke a pin hard mount on the front axle. Joe, you're growing. I am growing in many ways. One of them, you might think I'm a big, heavy beer drinker, but I don't drink alcohol. Bossmans or megalithics? Oh, good one. I got to go with the Megs because they're a little bit skinnier. The Bossmans, they hook up really, really good, but they're a little bit more of a fatter tire. So the Megs, I think I'd go with the Megs, especially if you're going to be competing. Lane, catch you later. Is that light? Everyone, 116 of you guys. I see 114. I need to change. Oh, hold on. The numbers are like in the white of the banner back there. Because Anvil body looks good, but I wish you had a bed instead of a cab only. Now, when we were at DFD, they had a bed on there. So, but it was like a bed on the chassis kind of a thing. It might be something that they made themselves. Do I have any information besides the date for Cotton's event next month? I don't have any information yet. I have contacted him and I told him I wanted a 10x20. I want to be a vendor and a sponsor of the event. So I should be in for that. I'm also going to be a vendor and sponsor for Beat the Creek again this year. So I'm just waiting to get the emails from these guys so I know how much product or how much it's going to cost to get these spots and stuff like that. So typically speaking, the spots will have a certain cost to them. And when you get the spots, then you got to provide product, typical product. And it can range anywhere from $150 to $200 in value. So that's generally speaking how you end up with a lot of them giveaways. All the vendors out there, not only have they bought the spots, they've also put product ahead or product out there to where you guys can win them. So that's a lot of how it works. Next week, Zach Larimore, thank you, buddy. I have beds coming that will look great with the Anvil body. There you go, right there. DSM Off-Road is going to bring it on in for you. Sorry, I had a swinger in there. Sinus surgery. Ooh, info the other day. I got the carbon center drilled out for the brass wheel weights. Look, killer stuff in the cheat codes in now, dude. Heck yeah, TJ. Am I a Mias dealer yet? Kinda, sorta. I'm not actually a Mias dealer, but I can deal Mias, if that makes any sense. They have given me permission to actually deal, and the link sets that I've got coming are actually from Mias. Muse. Digger with the negative pressure caps. Going to be negative pressure caps. I have not seen or messed with any of those. So yeah, let me know what you end up with on yours. I know, generally speaking, you want the truck to move freely. When you're just holding the truck, you want it to move freely because when you jump, you got all that volume has to go through that piston, which is what busts the stock pistons out, right? So hopefully you let me know how much weight you get, and I'd love to see a slow-mo of the landing, because the slow-mo of the landings tell the whole story. Like a stock truck, you jump it 3 feet up, it comes down. The only thing that compresses are the tires. It's like they just lock up, you know? It's a volume flow rate thing. Free mods for the RC truck. I have a few free mods. There you go, Jim. Thank you, Jim, for that. What got me into the hobby? I've always been a mechanic. Always been a crawler, off-roader guy. Creighton 8S or XRT, tough one, man. That Creighton's got so many more upgrades. You can go absolutely nuts with it. Stock for stock, I think the XRT will outperform the Creighton, though. David, what dose your axle skid only work with the Mios axle? Currently, yes. However, I saw the comments on today's video, and I have a list of skids that I've got to start building. Believe it or not, that simple little skid's probably got 700 revisions to it, adjustments and all that. I've got like a whole handful of different ones that I've printed. Like you print like just this part to try to get that right so you don't waste all your filament. And then you'll take them out, you'll try to break them, you know, try to make sure they're breakable. But you got to do that when they're cold, you know, and room temperature and all that. But it's just one of them things you got to do. Petros is on. So Mios axles, man, Mios axles are amazing, man. Cross Key, what's up, buddy? What chassis is the Exocutioner? It is the Exocutioner. It is my chassis. And if I get everything tomorrow, like what I'm hoping, I will send out emails and messages to everybody on my list so I can try to get them taken care of first. So the biggest thing I need to know is cab only, or do you want body mounts that'll fit like pretty much like the Stage Killer body, and the transmission of choice. I've got to test print. I think I've got 6 more skids coming off the P1S here soon. So when those come off, I'm going to test print the blank skid, because that one I had to set it up with tree supports, because the way it's set up, this skid, it's not just this little flat piece. It's way different than anything you've seen so far. At least way different than anything I've seen so far. Oh, hey, Petros, Adam. Both of you guys are in here. New Crowded K1 Max. Yes, I haven't had a Crowded K1. I got like Ender 3 SEs. I got like 14 of those. I had the KEs, but I sold them off. I got a P1S and the Elegoo. I don't know what the heck it is. The big 4 one. The larger bed. That's what I've been printing the chassis on. So really, that kind of got me into this as well, because I could actually print a full-length chassis with that. So I could do testing and all that. So it's all kind of come together a little bit here. Oh, what's up, Joe? Got my new Creality, yes, sir. Circle of Death. I don't know. I haven't been kicked off on my end. You should put that new FPV head tracking camera on. Dude, I would like to do that too. It's been released yet by Joe. IAQ Master, you're in. I've got your skid, buddy. So need to either come see you or you stop by tomorrow and pick up that skid. IAQ Master. I guess you can special order once I get everything going on the skids and stuff, different colors, but really, you're going to want the carbon black. It's just the strongest material that I've got. Dude, I do read the comments, and when they're misspelled, I read them wrong. I really do. I've always been like that. Like, I guess I'm one of them grammar guys that just messes you up when you don't know the difference between your, and your, or there, and there. You know, it's like, come on, people. When I read the words wrong, when they are wrong. Robert Tuesdale, the pin post is an email. Send me an email. Let me know what motor you're planning to use, and let me know the transmission. The best transmission that I've got right now is the OD3, but I've got the skid fits the Reese and the OD3 right now. The OD3 you can get off of Amazon for like 40 bucks, okay? I'm going to do a blank skid, and I'm also going to have one that will fit the Deluxe Portal transmission and the Mias overdrive transmission. The Mias overdrive transmission is really neat, and it's compact and everything, so it's actually a really neat transmission. It really is. LC Paul, all right, buddy? How's it going? Gear Works, what's up? Site looking for it. Take care, Paul. Can't wait to run my new holds on Sunday. Oh, that's right, Kelly. You got the holds, dude. They're good tires. The J Concepts hold is what she's talking about. It's basically their bogger-looking tire. It's an underrated tire. It works really good. I'm going to countersink the brass wheel faces for flatheads. Absolutely. I kind of wish I had that done when I had them made. Whenever these sell out and I get the extra, the new order, you know, I can do that. But if they're countersunk, then those that are putting the carbon faces over top of them can be a little bit weird on that. But I don't know. Am I on the first wave list? Let me see. Marcus Landry. I do believe so. Actually, you are not. Send me an email, though. Let me know what your motor combination is, because there's a difference in what I'm going to send you. The Fusion Pro is the best way to go. It really is. 121 and 80 likes. Yes. What are my thoughts about how much longer until the Executioner? If the time frame works out and I get the rails tomorrow and the links tomorrow, I'm going to contact everybody on this list, and I'm going to hopefully start shipping Monday. But I've got to have everything in. I've got all my bolts, the special bolts I had to order, all of that stuff. Travis Hoffert, yes, you are on that list. Let me see. You're on the printed list, by the way. So, but with any luck, if everything comes in, Monday I'm going to start shipping. So if I ship on Monday, then on Tuesday will be the actual release. So the front links, those are really important. The rear links, you guys will be building your own rear links. You'll set that up. You'll set your own double bends. The real builders don't need the rear links, in all honesty. The front links are important because of the way they are set up to run in there. But can you build the front links? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I will give you guys the links, the length of the links with the Capra front end or the Mias front end. So you guys can look at this. The front links, they have a little bit of an offset because the front actually sits on the outside of the frame. Okay, so there's a little bit of an offset to get into there. But let me get this pulled up here. Find this picture of all the stuff. Yeah. All right, the front lowers for the configuration that I'm running are 108 millimeters. That's eye to eye. The front uppers are 82 millimeters eye to eye. Now, for like the 13.3 wheelbase, the rear upper is like 148, and the rear lower is 160. So, Enlighten, you signed a contract. You got to release on Tuesday with the rest of us. Let me see. I can countersink easy enough. Most of us can. I have a countersinking bit up there that I use on all kinds of stuff, man. To order shock from Primal. Or to order shock from Primal. All right, so you're going to order the pistons. Look it up like a 500 CST. Are you going on 8 shocks on a raminator, or you have 4? That's a big deal on your dampening. American, yes. I would like to get some compact LCG transmissions with dig. I would like to get that. Nice. All right, let me see who I get. I hate when this company do naming bad when the name is not unambiguous. Like I'm searching for parts TX4 and found TX4M, LMT. Yes, I know they do that. Skeletor. I don't like lists. Yeah. And my first wave. Yes, Adam, you are in there. Let me verify you. You are on the... Yep, you're there. You're on the carbon list. And you're just going to... You chose the black chassis. Man, I want to get the chassis in so I can see these things. He sent me a picture of them, but they still got the wrapper on them and stuff. So it doesn't really show what they are, in my opinion. I'll see if I can find that picture here. I got it saved on the phone. I would love to get a green forged in this thing, though. I'd love to get that. I know John would love that, too. Let me see if I can find this picture here. Hopefully I can find it. All right, that was all. Oh, at the DFD thing, they actually did a full 3D scan of my truck. We're going to try to get new bodies available for the Raminators. Some kind of a Fordish Dodge Chevrolet kind of a thing. All right, where is this at? That was the pistons I busted out right there. Then that was another Exocutioner drive. I love driving that thing. I really do. I know I'm missing your comments. I apologize. I'm just trying to find this. Oh boy, I don't see them. I don't see the pictures of them. I'm on the first. Brian Button, you were on there. That's a good high KV crawler combo from an SCX2 mud truck. Probably something in the Castle. Castle's got a good punch for that kind of stuff. All right, let's see where everybody's at. Think about Red Cap Valkyrie MT. The Red Cap Valkyrie is a really good truck. It really is. TV Live. What am I missing here? Guess he was goggles. ATV Life. Yes. Covering the leaning drawers is one of my... I was actually thought about that comment you said, so I put that over there. I legit did. Voodoo shocks and wizard axle. I have not tried the voodoo or the wizard axles. If the wizard axles are the ones with the 1-to-1 outdrive, I don't even want them. Not a rat rod. Chad, what's up? So I knew a red rod, but list is bigger than Diddy's. I don't think so. And that's pretty sad. I'm running the Amazon OD. The Amazon OD3 is perfect for it. And he did some damage at DVD. I ended up messing up. The ring gears came out on the Ram Bouncer because I was about to test them pistons out a whole lot more there. But the ring gears came out, so I locked the front end up. So I was just driving the Raminator. And then Andy had some issues with his as well. Yeah, I do think it will. In fact, the bed assembly that I'm going to have on mine is set up kind of like a generalization thing. I've got the bed done. I don't have that out here by any chance. I don't have that here. But I do have the bed done for it. In fact, I think I showed it last Tuesday. But you just put the body on it. The body's going to come in and slide forward, and you have your body clips going straight down. And then the front, I still got to build this, actually. The front body mount's got to have a tower on it. Or at least a little bit of a tower. I might make it out of TPU and put like several holes in it. So basically you can trim it down nice and easy for the real low vehicles. Robert, gotcha. 18th scale rock racer. There's a few different ones out there on that. Let's ask that Travis. I could use a new body in case my Raminator. Mine is beat. Well, Joe, dude, when I post this video DFD, they did a full scan, the whole body, all the parameters. They scanned the inside of the body to get the cage dimensions right. They scanned the chassis, all of that stuff. So they scanned everything. The guy that scanned it had a really nice 3D scanner. It wasn't some little junk you get off of Amazon. This thing was like this tall and big cameras. I'm like, it was pretty wild. It was pretty awesome. All three broke. Only his Raminators. You know, of all the Raminators that we had there must have been 6 Raminators and then 3 bouncers. The only one that kept driving was my Raminator. That was it. That was it. Oh, speaking of that, Andy, check this out. Titanium suspension links from Vitavon. 20 millimeters each link. What you think? Huh? I got to get them put on. I'll probably put them on the bouncer. I don't know. The bouncer doesn't really break links too bad unless Robert is driving it. When Robert drives it, he can pop a link pretty good. The Raminators are way more aggressive on the links. Kid, I want to agree. The skid on the Exocutioner, it's forward, but it's not extreme. But the degrees on it is only 10 degrees. And the way I've got this set up and the way it fits and the way it works is actually pretty darn cool. So you guys will see. It's not one of those extreme like the Poise. Man, they have them transmissions right up at the axle and all that. That's all cool and everything. Mine isn't like that. But I can tell you this. With the servo behind the capper axle on the front, which is the Mias axle. I think I can show you that. Now, I do have the wrong... okay, I got to get this just right here. I want to show you how close the servo is to the motor. And I'm using a Fusion Pro, okay? Okay. Look at how close the motor is to the servo mount. So it is right there, okay? Look at that. So, naturally speaking, without wheels and tires, without the brass, without all of that, with these axles, it actually comes out to like 64-36 with a natural balance. 64 front, 36 rear, obviously. So, you guys are probably looking at that spot right there, trying to get an idea. But anyway, yeah, it's got a natural like 64-36 balance right out with these axles. Your axles and your choice of how you set things up is obviously going to be different. On the frame, all of these holes right here, they are 5 millimeters center to center. The space between the frame is 65 millimeters, okay? So if you can design anything at all for your printers, it should be super easy for you guys to make parts, to make braces, to make your own body mounts, all that stuff. And that's the way I wanted to keep it. Everything is 5 millimeters on the separation. So you guys should be able to actually, Justin, so you guys should be able to make parts and pieces for this really easy. And that's one of the things I really want to see. I want to see these chassis get out. I want to see you guys posting videos. Hey, I've got such and such a mount to go on this chassis, blah, blah, blah. I really want to see that. Oh, speaking of that, I've got them in the car. Final Laser Designs has a body mount set already for it. I've already got with him. So we got those going. The twist locks. So no body clips on those. All right, you're running 8 shocks on your Gravedigger. When you put these in, if the stock oil is actually good, try that. I'm curious to see how that would work. It might be too thin. I'm thinking you'll need something around 350 CST. The stock oil is 100, but keep in mind, of ATV life. The oils do not mix. You can mix them, but they will separate. So they do not, how do they combine, I guess you could say. They're not compatible. But you can do it. I've done it before, and they will mix, but then they'll separate. Now, I believe I had something. Hold on. Oh, yeah. I got this right here. Check this out. This is actually it right here. Primal Raminator stock oil right there. Look at your oil for your, look at that. Look at how bad it's separated. At the bottom is silicone shock oil. Basically, the Raminator shock oil is basically like mineral oil is what it is. So they are not compatible. Kind of crazy I still have this. Build monster jump. Yes, LC Ball. Paul, you are right. I think it sounds expensive. It's all get out. I don't know. I gotta look them up. I mean, he says they're titanium. I think the stock ones are aluminum. I've never actually bent a stock aluminum rod in or link. Now, the one thing that he didn't do that I wish he had, but it makes it easier for us in case you happen to break. These are not your Amazon garbage rod ends, by the way. These are actual really good rod ends. So that's a really nice thing to see. Because the rod ends tend to bend on their other ones pretty bad. But they're right-hand thread, both ends. I'd have rather had it been a right and left so you could actually just adjust them, but he just went with right-hand thread, which is what the stock Raminators are. Jesse from Star Creation. Yeah, Jesse from Star Creation, man. I can't wait to see what they come up with, dude. They build Monster Jam bodies. I wonder how LMT Race would look. LMT Race would look awesome. For that price, it should include tractor joints. No, they do not include tractor joints. Those are actual machined rod ends. Very nice ones. Really nice ones, actually. Willie, have you heard of fam junk in the U.S.? I've heard of families with lots of junk, but I've never heard of fam junk in the U.K. Regular, at least annual thing. Good question. ATV Life. If I remember correctly, Joe is running 60 weight. Is that what mine comes out to be? 60 weight? Running 30 weight in my shocks. As soon as you said you were looking right here, I zoomed in on your finger. I figured you guys did. Piston controlled to 3 point. Now, on my Ram bouncer, I did think it was mineral. So basically the same stuff you get in like the Losi 5B Flux, not Losi, HPI 5B. Perfect, 2 different oil types. I was wondering about that. Can you order me a set of Mias axles? Yes, I sure can. Yo, what's up, Lunchbox? Justin, 200 for the links. Heim joint, not rod end. Olo JS. Heim joint. You are correct. It is technically speaking a Heim joint. You are correct. I'll order tonight. Thanks, brother. All right. Yes, sir. Haven't decided. Flip my ram yet. Have the 2 big stock bottles from Primal. You know what? Put those in there. Put that in there and let me know. Like I said, you want it to move free, and you want to be able to jump about 6 feet up, and you want it to just bottom out if you can. At that point, what I have found is about right. Because typically speaking, you're going to jump the truck 3-4 feet all day long. You don't want that suspension to absorb and take that. So if it bottoms out about 6 feet, maybe 8 feet, I think you're still in the ballpark where you need to be. But the thing is, set yourself up a camera. A good camera that can do slow motion and record the landings. That's where it's going to be. If you land rear down, view that. Look at how your suspension absorbed it. If you land flat, look at all that. You want everything to go evenly, right? Like the chassis being where my forehead is, like that. You want all that to work. So when you get that suspension working correctly, man, it's so much nicer. 121 people. Yes, sir. I got 100. I'm looking at 113 right now. What I'm seeing with 88 likes. You're going to restock Vidavon axle for TRX4. Oddly enough, I actually just got some Vidavon axles, but they are for a project. It is a 4-wheel steer kit right here. So that might be pre-ordered for somebody. I'm not sure. I need to go check my list. And the old HPI 5B did not have 30 weight silicone oil. I tried it, and the shocks were locked up. I tried it, buddy. I had to go back to the 5 weight oil. The piston holes were super small in that. I tried some 30 weight. I tried 20 weight, and the piston holes were so small. Literally, when the vehicle was driving, the rear suspension wasn't moving at all, even though you could still compress it and all that. But yeah, it's a 5 weight Baja. I may have some of it in the closet over here. It's too thin. Always not perform as well as silicone oil. Correct, LC. Spherical. I'm trying to read that. King Kong. That's right. I was driving. Medius rear capital skid. So far, I like it. It's a tight fit. Don't think it is meant to not shift and everything. Held up 3 hours of testing on it. In my opinion, awesome, dude. Thank you, King Kong. I appreciate the feedback on that. Everything on a stock primal sucks. I will tell you this. We have one right here, a blue one, and it's never been fired up. And he's like, I'll be good with a stock engine. I'm like, no, you won't. No, you won't. You'll be out there driving that thing with a stock engine. I want to take mine, turn it on, and go out there and just run circles around you. Yes, sir. Get that footage, man. When I do the slow-mo stuff, it's obviously for video, but it's also for me so I can see. It's like when you see a truck, like an X-Max, crash, and you see the tires almost touch together, the back and the front. It's amazing. And then the truck keeps on driving. You know, that's awesome to see for me, you know. I was going on TRX4 Sportish. Actually, I haven't messed with TRX4 Sportish in forever. That has a set of Vidavon axles on it. These might be pre-ordered for somebody, though. I'm kind of remembering somebody was looking for these. Pronounced it correctly. What weight oil does the SX6 Honcho shocks take? I don't know for sure on that, but I believe it's somewhere in the 40s or 50s. I'm not 100% sure on that. There's a holes for the rear links and the shocks hold the skid. Didn't line up perfectly. I had to flex the skid a little to get the M3 screw started. Would still recommend only hold the rear links and the shocks. Yes, you have to push that in there good and solid, and it's meant to be that way. This way it pulls everything good and tight, and you get no shifting and all that. That is something that I designed into it. Yeah, you got, like, you put it on like this right here, and then you can kind of get one side, you got to pull it like this right here to get it on. Yeah, that's kind of what I meant for it to be. So you did it correctly. Any tips for the X01 to keep it planted? Buddy, I do not know anything about high speed runs. I do not know what to tell you. Kayla, what weight oil is good for bashing or what vehicle? I put regular associated silicone oil. Your pistons must be different, buddy. Mine would not run a silicone oil at all. Not without drilling the piston holes. That would make it work, but dude, mine did not. I got 7,000 in my primal, everything replaced. I believe you, ATV Life. I believe you, buddy. Double A Day, what's up? Which actually would have to spend. I wonder how much extra would have to be spent right after the initial purchase of a primal for you to not have to pay for it later. The best thing you can put into your primal raminator right out of the box is the driver mod. Drive it like it was intended to be driven, and you'll be fine. You get stupid with it like these guys on YouTube, you're going to be putting parts into it. Simple as that. As far as I can't find them. The black aluminum with brass from a TRX4. I would have to order them for you. King Kong. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. All the bearings of Primo said they were expensive. Oh, imagine so. Primo's got, that's got a lot of big bearings in it. 110. Okay, Kayla, 110 watt. Traxxas Max, X Max, a Red Cap Valkyrie. I mean, I don't know what vehicle you're talking about. That's different for each vehicle as to what you're trying to do. The new pistons in my Raminator, I haven't got to them yet. Going to happen, but I haven't got to them yet. I still have stock bearings in the axles, but keep in mind, I've already switched out to the Vidavon transmission, so everything in the middle is different. The only thing driveline of mine that is primal are the inner axle bearings, because I've got the Vidavon outer hubs on it, Vidavon steering knuckles, so those have even been changed. At least on one of them. I may have them on both trucks, I'm not sure. What did Marcus say? I have no idea what Marcus said. Where did Marcus say? Marcus, I don't know. Depends on what motor system you want to run. Any more on info? Honestly, I'm not sure exactly when. I think sometime around March. And like I say, we're going to have to coordinate this, because March is going to be busy for me covering events. So if he's here during one of these events that I go to in March, yeah, he might be visiting along with me. You never know. I get into RC and not break anything. You're in for a big surprise. That's correct, Justin. Had the RTO bomb with purple chassis. It's been a long time ago. It shocks, but it had adjustable pistons. Adjustable pistons? Mine had just the regular, wafers with little tiny holes in them. I think it had like 8 little bitty holes though. There were a bunch of small holes, but not enough to allow anything thick to go through them with any decent speed. Order some Max K5 High Trail. Never certain that's what order them. Nice and quality too. Do you have any cheat codes for deluxe goats in 2.2 wheel? David, I actually do have some for the 2.2 wheel. I just don't have them listed on the website. I'll be next to you at Wreck-It Fest. Wreck-It Fest. Oh, that's at Ark Park, right? Yeah. I got to make sure I get all my stuff done. Man, this springtime is going to be busier than last spring. And then I got to try to do stuff here. Host some kind of events here, too. If I power on an RC and don't break something, that's a big surprise, Tommy. Tommy, well, you do have a tendency to drive a little crazy. Anyone doing CSRT? I'm on the fence. Doesn't sound like any are excited about it. I have contacted him, and I'm going to be 10 by 20. I know Sean from Jack's RC Recycle Repair. He's supposed to be going there as well. I'm not sure what all is going on, though. Should call it the Primal Don't Tell My Wife instead of Raminator. Nothing about the Raminator is cheap. ATV Live. Yes, sir. I got quite a few of them in stock in there. And if I don't have enough for the orders that may be coming through right now, I'll just put off the other skid or the other skid I got to test. I got to test and make sure I got the blank skid, because I know a few of you guys are going to want that. And I got to make sure I got the thicknesses and all the stuff. I got to make sure it's right. So I knew your primal piston you made. I can't wait. On the fence. Yes, sir. You'll be at Beat the Creek. Yes, and I am planning to be at Beat the Creek. Yes, sir. Get over 100. I got 104 you guys on here with 96 likes. I'm here. Going to at least one event at Exoplex this year. It's on the bucket list. I hope to have something here. Man, I hate to do it. I may have to turn down some events. You got to get the last drive done before you become a Canadian. You're talking about the Creep 6? We'll go primal on your wallet. Yes, Justin, you're right. When you say he got raminated, that's a fact. Antvil Fan Pistons look awesome for sure. Definitely strong design. Can't wait to try them out. Antvil Fam. Gary Mears, what's up, buddy? All right, so we got 99 likes. Never bought for the Raminator. The rubber O-rings for the shock. Oh, man. Yes. I still have those in my Raminator. I don't believe I've changed out for the new O-rings yet. The new updated deals. I think I've still got those in mine. It's kind of a weird... if you let them sit, they'll stick a little bit, but just kind of break them free and they run really good. I see 100 now. Yes. Keone's here. O-rings for the shock. Which are working well. Yeah, dude, mine aren't leaking at all with that. So they're not leaking at all. So we're doing good there. I actually have one of the shocks here, actually. This is not going to be good for viewing. If I can get the light to shine in here. Well, there you can see one of them right there. But yeah, these are actually pretty good. I mean, they work good too. But those are the pistons. They seem to flow well. They seem to work right. As far as huge, yeah, they are kind of, they're Raminator shocks, buddy. Everything's big on a Raminator. Now I got shock oil on my fingers. Awesome, brother. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate that. Am I coming to Zombie Palooza? Yes. Do you know the dates for Zombie Palooza? I got to make sure I get that into my calendar here. Tommy, please post the dates for Zombie Palooza for me, please, and for everybody here. Does Joe have the guts to take the primal to the beach around somewhere? I do not, Justin. No. No. I still haven't heard anything about the shirts. March 8th and 9th. Let's see here. March. All right. I'm going to put it in here right now. I didn't see anything on here for that, so... Zombie Palooza. All right, got you added in there. In March 28th and 29th, I'm booked. Looks like the 22nd and possibly 23rd will be the DFD Primal event that they've got going on. Zombie Palooza is the 8th and 9th. So it looks like I got 15th and 16th at home. Woo! March the 1st is the Micro Comp weekend. On March, that's going to be hosted here. Cotton's is the 22nd, 23rd. My winter series is on the 16th. That's the finale. So, should be okay. This Sunday is the winter series event 4. That's on the 19th. And then we got January the 20th. I can't wait. I'm counting down. But April, May. Looks like the weekend of the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th is the ECC at Cherokee. So, and then June. I got to get the dates for June because you got Axial Fest in June. And then July, August, September, it's so hot. Generally, I don't go anywhere. It's like there is no way. All right. Yes, let's check this. Sorry, and I got distracted. Ooh, drag skid for Muse and Muse sliders. All right, let's get back to you guys here. Let me see. 100 likes. I don't know. You come with the zombie blues? Yes. Don't ever change. So thank you, buddy. 102. That's what she said. Ha! Who's got the ghost? No, I do not. I'm going back over this one here. Spray it with black magic tire wet and send it to the salt water. No, sir. Chico 4.9 Pro Line Trepidors. 4.9 Pro Line Trepidors. I've never had those tires that I know of. So, no, sir, I don't. I can tell you this much. If you're okay with trimming your foams, you can get a set of Pro Codes for it. That'll work. Oh, Joe Gordon, been running around. Yeah, I ran it this past weekend. It does a tire shine trick with any buttons. Primal on the beach. I got wet coat spray. Been on it for years. WD-40 stinks the house, plus the same chemicals. Flex Seal. Now, I've got Cal RC stuff over there, the Moose Slick. I've got that, which works pretty good, but I don't ever go in the mud very much. Red Clay Carnage TTC later this year, not doing it February. Okay. If you have dates for the Red Clay Carnage TTC, let me know, and I'll see if I can get there for that one as well. Should come to Access Fest this year. Joe's going to run the 5K. Justin Noble, no, sir, I'm not. I'll take video of you guys running the 5K. Gun and petroleum doesn't love the smell of WD-40. Been good, Joe. Thanks. Hope all's worth it. Got loads of new parts they put in. Yes, sir, buddy. WD stands for water displacement 40 weight. So just found out the original manual that came on my original 5B. Yes, adjustable shocks. Yeah, see, mine were just regular shocks. And the fact that you found that is pretty darn impressive. E4, you know what class your crawler is? Mine's a class 2. Water disbursement formula 40. Water disbursement close enough. Do you have TRX4 high lift? I do not. I do not know about the 4-leg high lift. I just don't have one. What's good? What's here, Dick's Garage? What's up? Come on, attempt the 5K. Your team at Exfest. I will be cheering you guys on, buddy. Clayton, you and Justin can run it. Saltwater canal, just living on a salt. Dude, if you got salt water like in your canal, you got salt air, everything. You got salt in everything, buddy. Gary, why has Sorka denied the new J Concept tires for comp? I think they're just trying to eliminate J Concepts. I'm not sure what's going on, but somebody's got some kind of a deal somewhere. I do not have any details, but I can tell you it just seems so fishy to me at what they're doing to J Concepts. They banned the Reese tires right out of the box, and it's a bunch of BS in my opinion. Double A Day, I completely agree. I have a 4-link conversion. When I did mine years ago, I made it myself. Dude, the reverse penalty, that's the most dumbest thing. Now, when you're talking like a MOA or a Super or a Sporty or something like that, I totally understand it, because in a We Rock style competition, guess what? Reversing is a penalty, and that is fully legit in my opinion. So the MOAs, the Sporties, all that stuff like that, I totally get it, but not in a scale truck, not even a little bit. Justin, wondering what you think about the Red Cat Valkyrie. Red Cat Valkyrie is nice. Justin, I don't know, man. Horizon, buddy. You know that Horizon is a parent company to Arma. And Arma absolutely rocked it last year, man. 2024, man, Arma had so many good releases. They really did, man. I would not put Horizon in that list with Sorka. Parts for the going to make up parts for the Valkyrie MT. I don't know, Tommy. I hope the aftermarket gets behind the trucks. But box stock, they're actually pretty stout. Pull the trailer to pull you behind 8x8 and get pulled. Now, I need to talk to him. Maybe I can take the 8x8 and use that to just ride that thing all the way to the pit and back. Yes, it does, and I'm not exactly sure. I'm looking at these links right here. They are very bent, and I'm not exactly sure yet. But this does actually convert it to 4-link. You are correct. Dude, I know. I'm starting to look like that darn chef guy, the one I like to watch a lot. Gordon Ramsay. You know he had to have Botox. His was getting a little bit too much. What's up, Jason Clark? New crawler course, and yeah. Prediction for this year's top company. Justin, man, from what I'm hearing, it's going to be Arma again. Dude, they have got so much on the way that is going to knock your socks off, man. And I'm talking everything from guys with big budgets to guys with little budgets. It's going to be an amazing Horizon Arma year. I really think it is. Yeah, but Sorka has banned how many times from Proline, which is owned by Horizon? You got a point there. You got a point there, Justin. How many banned from J Concept? Justin, they're trying to ban every single one of them. They're trying to ban every single one of them that's not licensed. And I think it's a bunch of crap is what it is. The best comp pin tire? Man, if you're going to do like a 475 pin tire, the Endura, what I call skinny pins, the XHX pins or HXH pins, there's a compound called S5. And I'm telling you guys, it's a really good compound tire. It's a skinny tire as well. So Endura, they're cheap on Amazon, easy to get, and they work really, really good. Just be honest with you, they are. Kitchen Nightmares. Man, do they have any new seasons of that? Go full Saitama what? Bald? I'm trying to keep my hair. It's amazing. I'm like gray here, but still got pretty decent coloring up here. Didn't I say it? 260. You know the Hampton Inn here in Middleburg isn't cheap either. Dude, Traxxas, I mean, Traxxas had a couple decent releases that had potential, but like the Mini Max is like that was a flop. You know, I guess if you keep it box stock, maybe you'll be okay. But everybody's just breaking the diffs in them. I broke mine, but it was on 3S with a 5400 kV motor. But it was one bad landing when I came off the tables, did a backflip, and I landed on throttle, and that's what popped it. So, Dan Aykroyd. If I do Dan Aykroyd, I'm putting a cone on my head. Justin, they might be, buddy. They might be. I know it just... Anybody with a functioning brain cell should be able to see there's something going on there with Sorka. So that's why, like I showed you guys earlier... Oh, come on. The RCSA Crawler Showdown. This is in Ohio, June the 6th through the 8th. Right there. Make sure you guys check them out on Facebook, all that. So, yeah. They got a nice set of rules. It's more lax and a little bit more fun. They still got that stupid reverse penalty, though, which I will never, ever agree with. And I won't put a reverse penalty in any event that I do. Simple as that. It's that stupid. Unless I host MOAs or comp shafties or something like that. I really doubt the SCX6 is going to be discontinued. I really doubt that. Pete B, I would love to see an infraction or a limitless Grom. I really would. Dude, that new platform, David Pig, would be so good as a Raider, wouldn't it? I mean, like the Vortex 2-wheel drive would be a perfect Raider platform. Perfect. Now, the Trail Honcho, that's the best one. Get a sponsor from Keeps. What's a Keeps? In box stock, it is a little bit, Pete. But if somebody's getting into the hobby, it might be decent. But, I mean, honestly, for the money, you can go to Amazon and get you some of those Hypergo trucks, and they're awesome. Some of the smaller entry-level Arlo trucks, those are awesome too. So there's actually cheaper options and possibly stronger options on Amazon right now. I don't even know I can look at that. You got me. Keep on laughing, Keone. You'll be the only one here competing that I put a reverse penalty on. And it's going to be 5 points each. I think Sucka put it to 1 point for the penalties, I think it was. Did I say that? I mean, Sorka. Sorry about that. U4 Yukon. No, I have not. I don't have any info. I haven't dealt with FMS in quite a while, to be honest with you. String Servo, Red Cap Valkyrie. The Power Hobby 729 is like about a $90 servo, and believe it or not, it's really good. It's basically their version of a Raw 500, and they both come from AFG RC, AGF RC. Okay. Need a Capra 6 or Gladiator 6. Man, a 4-wheel steer Capra 6 would be phenomenal, wouldn't it? Man, that would be phenomenal. Leesburg, yeah, Cherokee, buddy. Fake news on the SCX6 for the CJ7 6 scale. The OG Raider 1.8. Dude, if you shaved bald, put baby powder. Oh my god, this is Gundam Nut. I'm not sure what that is there, Keone. I can't really mess with a phone too much right now. Paint a red ribbon on the side, you'd be like Ghost of Sparta. Okay. And tattoo a pair of flip-flops above it. Dude, I got flip-flops. You know what's bad? Okay, we're in the last 30 minutes. You know what's bad when you're out there in your yard, you're trying to do a job, you're working hard, getting things done, and you have a flip-flop blowout? You know how hard it is to walk in a flip-flop with that little thong thing tore loose? It's a pain. You try to pinch it with your toes and walk, but it doesn't work. It just grabs the ground and flips over. Arena needs to bring back the Italian or make Italian 8S. Dude, I don't know about any Arena making Italian, but I would like for Armor to make a Typhon 8S. That would be nice. 20 points. 20 points? Now, the last score sheet I saw, I think, was from the ECC. I think it showed reverse penalties at 1 point or something like that. I'm still waiting on 3 rigs from Horizon that ordered through my hobby shop. One of them was brushless Grom Typhon. I put that on. Yeah, they sold a lot really fast, buddy. If a truck rolls back on its own, Skeletor, if the tires roll backwards, yes. Yeah, it can be slopping the drive line. Yes, and it's a judgment call. The only way it's not a judgment call is when you say I'm taking a reverse and I'm driving backwards. Otherwise, it's a judgment call that, depending on the judge you've got, you'll get it or you won't get it. One or the other. I've seen all of that, man. One judge is his way, this judge is his way. Yeah. It's kind of interesting. Green Italian back, Arma. Sad part that the 5-point penalty would still not stop Keone from winning. Does Keone ever actually get a win though? We were running this past comp. I was driving one-handed while recording, and I came in like 5 places better than he did. So we'll have to see if Keone can step it up a little bit. I know he's watching. Come on, Keone. Don't you let me down. Traxxas is going to have a year. Traxxas is going to have a year this year. Andy, we're all going to have a year this year. I mean, you have a year within a year. And so, yeah, you are 100% correct. A 1989 year. Why were Italian and Vendetta discontinued? Because they changed models. They upgraded, moved things around a little bit. Had to go with a bid today. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. A pointless and underwhelming year. A pointless and underwhelming year is what Traxxas is going to have. We don't know. I don't know. I know they've got that Jado e-buggy looking thing coming out, which is a backslash. When I saw the 2S version, I was like, no. When I saw that the 4S version, I was like, oh man, I got to get that. Then I found out it was a backslash, and I'm like, no. So if you see the Jado here, it's probably something that Sean got, and I'm just doing a review on it. That's going to be it. I have no plans to actually get that. If I buy another e-buggy, it's going to be the Losi X e-buggy to match my Truggy that I've got. So, sure. He was last. Dude, Paul beat Keone, and his truck had a broken axle. Paul was literally driving on like 2.5 tires and still beat Keone. Team driver. Get him going and wound up, and you'll hear about it later. Oh, I'm going to be hearing about this for weeks. Yeah, you're right, Keone. In fact, we all will. He'll be bragging. I'm like, show me what you got. Only guess sales time is not crate. It's just a crate with Typhon hubs. And basically, yes, RC Player was really, really similar. Style. I'm either on or I'm just not. You got to be here Sunday, Key. Come on out. Pretty good. Finally got a worthwhile president. Yes. Lots of crawling events taking place. Man, the best events I have ever been to have all been crawling events. I mean, when you go to a crawling event, Beat the Creek, USTE, I missed the USTE, but something like that. Man, it's like, I've got this right here. Unless it's something, kind of special like that, everybody's going, oh yeah, look, just look. It's got this in it right here. It's got that in it there. This works. It's so more open and more friendly and more helpful in the crawler community than it is like the drag racing community and the racing community and stuff like that. So it just seems to be a much better crowd, in my opinion, at the crawler events. I've been to some of the big races, and every 6 hours you get 5 minutes on the track. Not for me. Not for me. Oh, this little rig you keep holding? I keep holding? This is the Maz Designs. This is a little printed truck right here. I gave it a drive today. This is actually Keone's truck, by the way. Barely got some scratches on it. Just barely. But, dude, this thing is actually really nice. It really is. Tommy Tyson. Yeah, but you're also the guy running the events, so you got to make new rules because of you. Just consume product and be excited for the next product. New to lipo trucks and like the 223. Dude, the 223S is such a good platform. The Grom is such a good platform. They're two-wheel drives, they're four-wheel drives. Dude, I'm telling you guys, Arma knocked it out of the park in 2023, or excuse me, 2024. And 2025, I think, is going to be the same thing. You guys stay tuned. I've only heard a couple things, you know, and dude, if it holds true, make sure your credit cards are ready. It's going to get good. Yeah. That's a par, bro. I got a job to develop of my car design. Will be 6 months. AUKUS RC, get it done, buddy. David Pig, I know, man. I know. Man, that was just, we always had a house that was rented like almost within walking distance, you know. Man, me, Jim, Mark, and like 4 or 5 other people, Gilberto, and it was awesome, man. We talked so much smack. Jim, he was this big guy, about 6'4", a man's man. Well, Robbie was about 5'12", but a round man, okay? Robbie was sitting over there, and he looks right at Jim, he goes, you ain't got hair on your, if you don't take a full swig of that Kraken. Jim jumped up and goes, oh yeah, watch this. Dude, he probably finished half a can and 2 big gulps of that stuff. I'm a man. I'm like, okay. And I'm sitting over there, I'm editing. I'm just watching all this, you know. I'm just watching it. I think I had a little wine cooler or something. But man, I'm just sitting there watching all this. And all of a sudden I start noticing Jim. He's sitting over there kind of dropping his head a little bit. Kind of dropping that head. I'm like, I look over and said, you going to be all right, Jim? He goes, yeah, I think I'm going to go to bed. Dude, at 2 a.m., that poor guy, he was puking his guts out. I mean, for a good hour. It was just dry heaving in the toilet. It was, man. And then the next day, he was hungover. Oh, man. It was so bad. But he manned up. He did it, right? Oh, man. It was such a good time out there. 4 tracks. I haven't done anything special in a while. I've got the X-Max over there. Got 3 X-Maxes. And, oh, if you go to J Concepts with the new animal sand paddles, that's my X-Max. FK25 situation. If you know, you know. Possible. What are the wheels on that Maz chassis? I think they're Maz designs, aren't they, Keone? These are, no, LGRP wheels. LGRP wheels and LGRP tires. 6x6. There is not going to be a 6x6 Raminator. I'm going to have an 8x8 6x6 though. Put it up. When is the next comp at Exoplex? Missed no man left behind. The next comp is this Sunday. Everyone needs to pay attention to Red Cat. They've been coming out with... Dude, Red Cat is really on it. You're right, Jason. Famous words ever spoken. Justin, yep, you're right too. Racking a Dr. Pepper is amazing. He didn't have any Dr. Pepper, buddy. He just went straight. 2 big ones, too. Mm-hmm. It's every small scale is our hobby. Now, the small Hypergo trucks off of Amazon, those are bad little trucks now. They really are. Make sure there is a Waffle House close. DSM, I do too, buddy. I really do. My 3S Mojave Grum is pretty tame and controllable. If I had to drink something straight, it would be Kraken. Well, he did, and he regretted it. Rose Gold Beadlocks. I don't even want to know what your pronouns are. Um, There's a Huddle House close. Got to have a drink with us at Badlands in June. Who? Have you dealt with any IMAX RCs? Buddy, I haven't dealt with IMAX in years. I just haven't messed with IMAX anything that I know of. For Creighton Grom this year. Grom Creighton, Grom Limitless. Some of the things I want to see. I don't know about that, Clayton. The Shop Mini. What's up? Oh, speaking of that, there was, when I was hosting real truck events with the real balancers and all in Alabama, all these guys that they entered the competition, they all knew I had a zero alcohol policy. And that was absolutely zero for anybody and everybody driving in the competition. At the end of the day, it was like a 2-day event. At the end of the day, well, actually Friday, because we did a little bit of a pre-run, so like a 3-day event. I hosted on that one. But dude, I kid you not, I'm up there, I'm on the trailer, I'm doing the whole speech, got some giveaway stuff, this and that. I'm sitting here talking to everybody. And dude, and I look out there and I see people. They are literally ready to go. And I said, today's activities are adjourned. And the whole crowd just started popping these things. Man, they were loaded and ready, dude. It was quite the experience out there. They are in Alabama, the off-road, the bouncer guys, at least the ones that was hanging out with me. They are characters out there. And that's the kind of place where, you know, like when you're in civilized society, you say something smart, they tell you to, oh, be quiet, just leave us alone. Well, out there you say something smart, you'll get a warning. And if you say something smart again, you're going to go home with a black eye. That's just the way it was. That's just the way it was. You want to be a smart aleck and go messing with somebody? You're going to go home with a shiner. At least. That's just the way it was. And you're way out in the woods. There's nobody coming to help you. You're not calling anybody. That's just the way it was. Men dealing with men. That's the way it was. Grom Promoto? I don't know about that. Am I home alone? Yes. Shop Mini is denied from throwing rocks this year. Oh, yeah, we almost got you right in the head. SCX Pro and CJ7, both good releases from Axial this year. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. The SCX Pro was absolutely amazing until the VRD came out. So, yeah, I'm trying to get a new version of SCX Pro. Trying to get them to make a new version of it with some mods that I want to see on it. If they do, I've told them, I said, look, if you make an SCX Pro, call it the Exocaged edition. That'd be sweet. It's actually pretty neat, the mods that I told them that I would like to see to that truck. And it's basically in the axles. The rest of the truck is solid. It really is. Really a solid truck. Best full body non-truck you want to comp crawler on the Stage Killer or Cliffhanger? Stage Killer. I've got like 6 of them bodies now. Both of these trucks are on it right here. Sam and then the Exocutioner are on it. I mean, I've got the body mounts for this thing, and they're made out of TPU because it's flexible, durable, and I think it's just a better material for body mounts. So they will be available when I do this. When I try to get this stuff done on the website, I'm still trying to work the website to get it where I need it to be. I'd like for you to choose the chassis and then just select what you want to go with it. I may have to piece it out. So if I piece it out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to price the chassis in a way and price these parts so dirt cheap that you still come out to about $60 for the printed and about $120 for the carbon. Shipping additional. But I think it's going to be pretty. I'm going to try to keep it there. I really want to have it to where you pick it out, and then these are the options you got. You can just check them off. That's what I want to do, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that done in time. Pro, see the best full body. Yep. Have you done any 6S Emax videos? No, sir. It's been years since I've had a 6S Emax. Wife is doing good. She is not back to work. I am taking care of everything. I wish the Pro portals were skinnier. Basically, 3 linkable capper axles and Stranger Company. And that was something, you know, part of my modifications for the Pro. That was something that was in there. Basically, what I was asking them for to get an Exocaged Edition Pro would be the Pro portal front with a 10-3 rear. Simple and easy. You have your wide to get all your turn, and you got the narrow to get through the gates. Simple as that. That's all that truck would need. Nothing else. Is just axles. That's what I would call the Exocaged Edition if they ever actually do it, which hopefully this year I can talk them into it. Is every stream going to be 2 hours this year? No. I just happen to, you guys happen to be keeping me busy this time. Like if I'm on and the first 45 minutes is just dead, I'll cut the thing off. Or, as what happened earlier a couple times ago, other situations arise when I have to leave. So I made sure to not have any issues there. Hey, is this going to be your 2 or 3 year anniversary away from the Swisher plant? March 1st, May the 1st will be my 2 years away from Swisher. So 2 years away from having a wake up early and go to a job thing. And at this point, I still do not. DSM. Cool, thank you. DSM is my webmaster. I'm glad you were listening to all that, because I was going to have to try to text that to you somehow. But we definitely got to get this figured out a little bit. If you guys have a website or want to get a website for your product, go see Rob, DSM Off-Road. He's the brains behind my website by far. Yes. If you know, send. Mike Carbon is coming from Vitavon. It's good stuff, believe me. Gonna beat Keone with that link if you don't start. Yeah, I'm gonna beat Keone with this titanium link and this gigantic rod end. Excuse me, Heim joint. Got to be correct. Oh, they can do aluminum and titanium. See, I would like to do an aluminum chassis, but I just think that phase is past in the RC crawler world. And I really can't see titanium being needed for that unless it's for something else. But yeah, I think I'm good to go with the carbon I got. I do want to see if I can get him to do a green weave or green forged, kind of like a Gravedigger green. I think that would be sweet. Let's use the Rumble Guts. Yes. Feel like the AR-45P were just as wide as the F10P. They would be perfect. Also straightening the plastic. Also have been snapped off before. And snapping the plastic axles, that's why people run metal axle housings. When you're in competition, the plastic slides better. It absolutely does. But the metal typically doesn't break. And if you're breaking metal axle housings, you must have got the cheapest knockoff cast junk off of Amazon you could find. Typically, every metal housing out there is generally stronger. May not slide as well. May be designed with a little bit of issues or something like that, but typically everyone is stronger. It was like a what do you call it? Turtlenecking, porpoising. Do I have an FPV recommendation? Buddy, I have no idea on the FPV. I do not have any idea on that. Worker Fresh 45P Saturday that complement to first run out, middle of the course, Napa. Man, that stinks. Are the links opposing thread? Unfortunately, they are not opposing thread. You still got to take them loose. I was really hoping he would do a right and a left-hand thread, but not on this one. This is a, let's see, that is a lower link. Let's pull out one of the top links. See if that's reverse thread. No, they are not opposing threads. So you still got to take one out to make the adjustment. I wish they were, though. I wish they were opposing threads. I'm going to find info on green forge carbon in your email. Uh-oh, all right. Carbon and Vitavon. They knocked it out of the park with the H10 panel. Dude, them things are beautiful, aren't they? I don't have them yet, though. I'm trying to hide it. That chassis looks sweet. Poor job trying to hide it. Which chassis? CPRCO, DJI-R4 works now and chose it. See, if I ever did FPV, I would have to have the head tracking. To me, that just makes so much sense. Front, etc., and rear plastic. Go-to builds out there. I'm in the middle of a four-wheel steer Capra build, planning on metal axles. Never drove a four-wheel steer before. Wait on my tech factory. Driving four-wheel steer requires a whole different driving technique. When you're climbing something and you have rear steer and you think you're going to just pop it around, that doesn't always work. A lot of times you'll walk the whole truck over. So you really got to make sure that your radio is easily switchable between the modes, or have the rear steer on a knob or something like that. Because rear steer can really mess you up. People think, oh, you got rear steer, it's a cheater rig, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. You got to drive rear steer correctly. I've been driving rear steer for quite a while. I typically run mixed as far as the mixing and all that. And I've absolutely turned that back in right into a Gates many times. I have. John, these are for the Raminator. Yes, sir. 20 millimeters longer. So to give you a little bit of a stretch. And honestly, I'm not sure if I've ever got the, I don't know if my links are the stretch ones or not, to be honest with you. I've never actually found out for sure. I think they are, but I don't know for sure. 21 aluminum slides better than a Vanquish 61. A softer aluminum easier. I will tell you this, stainless slides well. Stainless generally slides well. And if you get like a good hard steel, that slides well too. So the base 10 panels they got showing up Friday. Heck yeah, buddy. Robert. So your H10 are showing up Friday. Dude, I got to see them. I need pictures because I do not have those. Check it out. Definitely want the head tracking. Class 3 anodized 6061 may work better. Now, is there, years ago, back in the 1900s, you know, way back in the time before time, they had hard anodizing for aluminum. Did that really make it harder, slicker, easier to drive or whatever? Was that really a thing or was it just a sales point? I don't know. Speaking of four-wheel steer, you're going to make that 8x8. Yes, it's 8-wheel drive, 8-wheel steering. It's got to have 4 big servos on it. And I'm not sure that it's going to have 4 Beast 2000. I mean, you're talking $1,700 just in servos. When I'm done, if I go that route, this stupid thing's going to cost as much as my Raminator. I don't need two $10,000 vehicles. I don't need that. Yes, it does, Justin. Yep. Thank you, Too Fast. Appreciate that. Definitely different than the grade of aluminum. There wouldn't be there was no difference, right? Say based off firearm. Class 3 hard is way harder and way more. Would that be like a 6061 just being softer? And the Perry, man, you finally showed up, buddy. Man. Yes, sir. Can't take it with you. I can't take it with you, money. That's true. I know. I don't know if I want to sell anything right now. I think I'm still at around 150. I kind of want to keep them. Why? I don't know. It's not like I get to drive them all. Yeah, the Teflon does flake off. Yes. 5 minutes left. You are correct, Keone. Next big 110 RC. The next big 110 RC release. In Crawler World, they're going to have to do something with the SCX Pro to keep it relevant. They're going to have to do something with the Pro to keep it relevant. And I've already told them what they needed to do. Man, Perry Craft, gifting memberships. Thank you. Jim's RC and Bike. Yes. Jeremy T. Felix. Joshua. I wish it would go just to the people that are on the live right now, you know. Billet steel housings. That would certainly add a lot of weight. That would certainly add a lot of weight to it. That's for sure. All right, 4 minutes to go. SCX 10 Pro Exocaginator. SCX 10 Pro Exocaginator. Okay. What's in 4 minutes? Well, it's 8:57. 9 o'clock. I got to go. I've been on since 7 o'clock. Yes, sir. Man. Yes, sir. And Connell, I'm not sure about the hardness. It's a light, maybe more than aluminum. Exocaginator. Now, I will tell you this. If this chassis does prove to actually do good, which I know it will, like sales-wise, I have talked to Arthur about it, and we may see if we can come up with something for the SCX6 platform. Maybe try to work something like this design into that. So maybe we'll have to see. I've got outlets. I've got everything out there. I got to try to get that done. I've got to put the ram bouncer axle back in place. I do. And Connell BX. Oh, that must be a material. If you're willing to tell us, what do you do after your Tuesday streams? Usually it's emails, set printers up for orders, box orders. Tonight I've got to do emails, orders, and go work on the shop. So I've got the sealing material, I got the boxes, I got to get all my electrical pulled in, which I've got electric there, just got to get it to the outlets, get those put in place, all that. So that's going to be a little bit tonight. But I'm going to go check orders, see if there's anything I need to put on the printer, and get all that stuff done and going. So that way, while I'm out there, they're working in here. All right, Brian, appreciate it. The brackets for panels on satellites are made out of Incano. So I didn't even know Incano was a material. I thought it was a username. I'm painting your body. Good night. Enlighten RC, buddy. I'll see you Sunday. You come out Saturday too? Scale also, bro. Microcutioner. I don't have anything to offer the micro world. After seeing what Texoma has, I got nothing on that guy. Nothing. Red, blue, and black. Those are the colors that I've got coming on the way. Hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. And like I said earlier, if I get the chassis in and I get the links, I'm contacting and all the reserved or the names that I've got on there, they will ship out hopefully on Monday. And then my actual official video release will be Tuesday. So that's the schedule. So I'm hoping I can hold to that. And it's Tuesday. I've got less than a week to get a bunch of stock stuff built and printed. So I got a lot of print stuff. Plus I got another Bamboo P1S on the way. Hopefully that gets here tomorrow, the next day. Get that thing rocking with the Elegoo and all that. so I can really try to get things going. I'm probably going to go on Amazon and order more of the filament because I got a feeling I'm going to need it. I think you guys are going to love this chassis. I really do. There is no AC right now. Believe it or not, my heater's been coming on and off. No fat chicks. Make it like... no. I thought I had a name. It was... I had a name. I actually had an acronym for BDMF, and it was really good. Big... I can't think of what I had for the D. M was like mega, and then F was fun. Yeah, something like that. I couldn't come up with anything for the D. The Bamboo P1S is a phenomenal printer. It really is. All my other inserts and all, they're all done on the Ender 3 SE. All right, guys. Let's let you guys go so I can get out of here and go take care of all this stuff. The Bamboo is nice, but man, at $700 a pop, because I got to order it with the hardened end, the hardened 0.4 nozzle, all that stuff like that. So, yeah, it's not cheap, but I got 2 of them now. We'll have 2. All right, guys. Catch you guys later. Y'all have a good one. I got emails, I got messages. Keone's been sending me all kinds of pictures that I probably can't show you guys. But you all have a good one. And one day I will get the multicolor one. So, gems, yes, sir. I got to finish these videos to get these uploaded because one of these videos I upload tonight is going to be for release tomorrow. Anyway, guys, catch you later. Y'all have a good one. Thank you guys so much.